we have another example of a concave mirror example. Another example of a concave mirror example. I know I used example way too much there. And we're going to solve this problem, but the difference is we now have the object is going to be inside the focal point. Now remember, the other one was outside the focal point, and in that case, the image was inverted and larger. So let's see what happens when our object is inside the focal point. I'm going to use yellow once again. It's going to represent ray 1. It's going to be ray 1, and that's going to go parallel. It's going to go parallel to the principal axis, all right? And then it goes through the focal point. Now I'm going to use this meter stick because I'm terrible at drawing straight lines. So hopefully that will get it. Yep, right there. And so that's going to be our reflected line. So this is going to be the incident ray. This is now the reflected ray. All right, reflected ray. The next one is ray 2. That's going to go from the focal point up to the top of the object, and it gets reflected parallel to the principal axis. And so to draw that, this is now going to be the incident ray. And then it gets reflected along the principal axis as such. Now this is ray 2. And as I mentioned, you don't have to necessarily do the third ray to go through that. All right? And so now if these two rays are going to match, what happens is we can draw this one. We're going to use the reflected ray. And we can see that since these two don't converge, that there is not going to be a real image. It has to be a virtual image. And this one, just simply going to draw horizontal, because remember, it's going to be incident from the focal point to the object and in parallel with the principal axis. So that's ray 1. Now ray 2, this is going to be parallel with the principal axis, and then it gets reflected through the focal point. And so this one is going to continue along this trajectory. I think I drew that halfway decent. Not bad for me. And this will be our image. And so what we can say about the image now is that the image is going to be, good grief, I can't spell. The image is going to be, it's going to be virtual, it's going to be upright, and it's going to be larger. And so it depends upon where the object is with relationship to the focal point, whether it's going to be virtual, upright, real, smaller, all that's going to matter for a concave mirror.